Welcome back. Today we are going to be going over the playoff matches for the UPDL. So we got two matches of with four pretty seasoned players by this point, and yeah, I'm just gonna judge them, and they're gonna get shit on, and I'm just gonna roast the hell out of them. All right, great. Okay, let's get started. So the first matchup we have here is Blop or Sad Boy versus Moon. And well, basically, what it boils down to is I don't know. Basically, it comes down to can a Sad Boy get over the speed control that Moon has? Because that's kind of the main thing here. Because looking at the matchup, we got a Lone Sand Slash here, right? Absolutely destroy Sad Boy. Like this man's got no switch-ins to like Steel plus Ice coverage, and the one switch-in is Araquanid, and that thing is like, you know, it can be worn down pretty quickly over the course of a match, especially with like all the other threats that Moon has on his team. So yeah, not super safe here. So yeah, and especially since it's going to be in Hail, it's going to be fast and everything except for possibly Regieleki. Well, probably Regieleki. I'm assuming Sad Boy EV'd his Regieleki to outspeed the Alone Sand Slash at +2. But for Regieleki, we have a whole ass Mudsdale. So yeah, that's gonna be an issue. And compounding the issue of speed control, Galvantula can set up webs as well, which can be really annoying, especially since Sad Boy does have hazard control in Rapid Spin with Regieleki. So it's not too big of a worry. And also he can set up his own potential webs with the Araquanid. But yeah, Galvantula is not helping the issue here in terms of speed control. That being said, Sad Boy has a pretty decent matchup here still, just because he has a lot of good breaking power with his mons. So, Gengar and Araquanid, both are unresisted against Moon. Shadow Ball is going to 2-hit KO pretty much everything, if not one shot. And then Araquanid's Liquidation also has a similar issue, brings a similar issue to Moon. And yeah. Regieleki is still pretty fast too. As I said before, if it's EV properly, it will outspeed everything actually. But I'm assuming webs are going to get put up immediately. So unless the Regieleki's boots, he's still going to be slower in Hail, so he's going to have to spin in order to get rid of that. Stuff like that. Darn looks pretty threatening as well. It is pretty good actually. You really don't have too much of an issue spamming ice moves. I mean, yes, there are two ice types, but one of them is pretty frail. The other one, while it does 4 times resist ice moves, it is also weak to Flare Blitz and Earthquake if he has it, or Superpower if he has it. So yeah, none of those are very great. But yeah, let's see what else here. Gardevoir looks pretty good. It's hard to switch into for Sad Boy, yeah, that's for sure, actually. I think with Sand Up, Cradillia actually might be pretty good. Oh yeah, that brings me to another point. This is obviously going to be another Weather War. I've already went over this type of matchup like week 1 because they fought week 1 or something like that. I forgot which week, but yeah, basically a lot of this match is going to be determined on what weather is going to be on the field by the end of this match, for sure. Yeah, because with Hail up, Sand Slash is going to tear through everything. With Hippo's Sand up, Sand Slash can't do much. So yeah. Anyway, let's get started. Well, we should probably talk about leads. My best guess, Moon's probably going to just lead Galvantula if I had to guess. Probably wants to get up webs as soon as possible. Either that or Ninetales, just to set up Veil as soon as possible. Either way, Hippo actually looks like a very good lead, oddly enough, even though it saps a lot of momentum. Against those two specific leads, you get up webs. Not webs. You get up rocks, and then you can, yeah. Also, Earthquake is unresisted. I just realized. Yeah, Earthquake is unresisted. So Hippo actually is not very terrible in this game. So yeah. Well, I've talked about this match before. So let's just start. So we do see the Hippo lead against the Galvantula, as I said before. That was actually a pretty good lead. Energy Ball is going to come out as not doing jack shit to Hippo. 35%? Nah, that's nothing. And it has leftovers. Yeah, it's not doing crap. It's not doing crap. Predator is going to come out here as Galvantula sets up his webs. A little bit greedy, if I had to say myself. A Pout on Earthquake definitely could have put that Galvantula in range of rocks. So unless it was heavy duty boots, it was going to die after it switched out, But, you know, getting up webs, as I said before, you know, is kind of important for him. If you can limit that Regieleki as much as you can, that would be the best case scenario. Anyway, Cradley comes in here on the webs, and Bug Buzz is going to come out and do absolutely nothing thanks to the Spadef boost in Sand. Galvantula is going to be left in range of Sand to kill next turn. But Cradley does suffer a Spadef drop. He's just going to recover, though. Yeah, that was a solid move. Keeping yourself healthy in case you need to check some other things, like Mudsdale or whatever. And also making sure, I mean, because, you know, Galvantula's going to die next turn, so, you know, that was a good recovery. Anyway, Mudsdale comes out on the recovery, and then he swaps to Sandslash on the Toxic. Pretty good move there. We're going to see Rakwood come out here, as goes for a triple axle. Going to do some decent damage, but not too much, and now Moon has to worry about switching into this thing, and he brings out Nihilego. Oh. Yeah, that was... I disagree with that. A lot, actually. Nihilego actually has a pretty decent matchup here. I mean, yes, there's Hippo, but you can use Nihilego to break down Hippowdon. Because, you know, Hippowdon can't really recover up on Nihilego, because, like, if, like, you know, you get greedy on your recovers, and Nihilego just goes for another Meteor Beam after it goes for the first one with Power, and then, you know, you're gonna take some shit ton of damage, right? So... yeah, I don't think you should have sacked Nihilego. I think, because, like, after you kill that thing, like, it's still very, very threatening against the rest of his team. Like, I don't know. I would have sacked the 5% Galvantula. You already have webs up, you know. Of course, you can still spin them away, but that's always a concern. So, yeah, I think you should have gotten rid of the Galvantula, and then you just switch to whatever can handle your Rakwood. This is a Rakwood here, which, is not much. I guess he's going to use Galvantula to get rid of the Rakwood. Fair enough, actually. But... actually, yeah, maybe that's what he was thinking. No, but you could... no, you sack Galvantula and then you use Nihilego to get rid of Rakwood. Yeah, no, what am I saying? Yeah. You should have just sacked Galvantula. Yeah. I don't think getting rid of Nihilego is a good idea. Okay, so he does use Galvantula to... yeah, but again, you could have used Nihilego to do the same thing. And it's more useful than a 5% Galvantula because now it dies to sand. Yeah, see what I mean? Nihilego does not die sand. Okay, so Gardevoir is going to come in here. Trace Sand Stream, very important. That's not important at all. So we're probably going to see a Mega Evolve and like Hyper Voice or something. Energy Ball. That is doing absolutely nothing. This is definitely a full Spadef Cradilly, and it is taking full advantage of the sand. Yeah, look at this doing absolutely nothing. Yep, he's going to chunk it down a little bit with Rock Slide and Sand. This is a good thing about Sand, you know, get to wear down a bunch of mons passively is just really, really nice. The same reason why Leftovers is so good, you get that passive recovery. The same logic here, just, you know, reversed. Yeah, and then the net Spadef boost to Rock type to Sand is also really nice. Mudsdale's just gonna come in here. Sure. Based on the damage with Giga Drain, it probably is Assault Vest. I'm just guessing it's Assault Vest because Moon has literally run Assault Vest Mudsdale like every single game. So, yeah, I feel like he shouldn't have done that every single game, but you know, to each their own. Anyway. Mudsdale's going to go for Heavy Slam, do a bunch of damage, and Cradily does miss Toxic. Pretty unfortunate turn there. Chipping down Mudsdale with Toxic would have been really nice for Regieleki. Yeah, that sucks. It's better than Toxic there is better than Giga Drain because with, you know, Stealth Rock plus Toxic damage, you know, over time that's going to be doing more than like Giga Drain's 20 to 30%. So that Toxic mix was actually pretty big. At least for Regieleki as a win con. Anyway, we're gonna go back to Hippo on the probably Heavy Slam again. Yeah, okay. Not doing too much. It's actually doing a good amount. And Earthquakes are doing a lot too. Yeah, this is probably like Adamant Assault Vest again. I had to guess. Yeah, so we're gonna see a swap here on another Earthquake. He is, that was kind of greedy. I mean, actually, on second thought, you know, he doesn't really have any good switch-ins. I just think Sad Boy shouldn't have switched. Maybe he doesn't have Toxic on his Hippo, and that's why. But like, you could have just spammed Earthquake, because like, well, okay, I'm pretty sure this Mudza has Body Press, so maybe not spam Earthquake. But if you had Toxic, you definitely should have just went for that. I don't think switching was gonna do you any good there. Yeah, I think you should have just kept it on, unless you didn't have Toxic. If you didn't have Toxic, Okay, well, if you did have Toxic, your last move was probably Whirlwind, in which case you should have just Whirlwinded it out. Yeah, so no, I think Hippo should have just stayed in there and just, you know, spam recover until it got back up to like 100, and then either Whirlwind or Toxic it. If you have Whirlwind, you just Whirlwind it out. If you have Toxic, you Toxic it and you stay in and spam recover, or you start clicking Earthquake afterwards just to catch any switches. So yeah, I don't think you should have swapped there. You should have just stayed in and kept on going with Hippo. I mean, yeah. And now you died at Rock Slide. Yeah, that's not a good look. Araquanid was still pretty useful in that game. Again, unresisted water stab is always really nice, and that is kind of like one of your only real checks to Alolan Sandslash. So yeah, not looking great so far. Gengar's gonna come in here, and Energy Ball is going to take out the Mudsdale. Now I think I did some calcs on this thing, so it had to be Specs Gengar, and I'm pretty sure it was timid, and actually that was a range that wasn't super favorable for Sad Boy, but he did end up getting it. It's like a 40% chance to get that range. You know, personally, well, you know, to be fair, no, I mean, it depends on what his Darmanitan was. If it's like Van Darm, like there's no way that Mudsdale was living in an Icicle Crash, even with the +1 defense boost. So there's that. But you know, even then, again, as I said before, Hippo like just beats Mudsdale 1v1. So you know, either with Toxic or Whirlwind. So you know, there's that. But you know what? Regardless, he did get the range, and to be fair, he missed Toxic earlier on the Mudsdale, which means that, you know, if he landed the Toxic earlier, the Mudsdale would be close to dead by now. So you know what? Fair enough. But yeah, Ninetales comes in here. You know, just probably setting up its Veil, as it does do that. I think. Well, you could have been very aggressive and went to Hippo here, but you know that's obviously very risky. Ninetales could just go for an ice move and just deal a lot of damage to Hippo. So I understand I understand the need to like sack. So you know what, whatever, it's fine. Also, no, never mind. Yeah, so Regieleki comes in here, and he is going to switch out again into Hippowdon. Yeah, this is these are kind of risky plays that are happening here. I think you should have just gone Darm. You know, Darm can definitely take some ice hits. This Ninetales is probably not definitely based on the damage. I don't think his max special attack is probably just max HP and max speed. So like you probably could have just went to Darm on these ice moves. Yeah, or just sack Cradily, because at this point Cradily isn't doing much for you. It's at like what, 16%? You should have just kind of sacked it, I think. And then you can get a clean switch in with your full health Regieleki instead of switching into a Blizzard with your Regieleki. So yeah, and then you're losing a lot of HP with your Hippowdon and your Regieleki right now, and that's not really a good look. So either you should have sacked Cradily, or you should have just went Darn. Because, you know, Ninetales definitely cannot kill with Blizzard plus Moonblast. There's no way in hell that's happening. And then you get a free Flare Blitz off here because Gardevoir is super low. Sandslash obviously can't live. Ninetales can't live. So you could have gotten a free kill basically, if you went Darn. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think all these switches are really helping Sad Boy. I mean, obviously it's not, because you know he's losing quite a bit of health. Yeah. Anyway, he finally makes the Cradily sack. So, all right, that should have happened like 3 turns ago. And then we're probably gonna see what we're gonna see Gengar come out here. I think at this point, Shadow Ball is probably the best play. It goes for Slippery though. Yeah, you should have Shadow Ball. I absolutely should have. Because of this, really. Like I'm again, there's this risk reward. Like, okay, here's the thing. Actually, let's go back there. So, let me just really get sucked. Oh wait, okay, nope. That's too far. Okay, I'll let this turn play out again. But basically, the main point is you should have Shadow Balled here. The reason why, it gives you the best. It gives you the best reward. Because okay, let's see. So let's hear. Gengar probably has. Well, we know it has Ledge Wave. It definitely has to have Shadow Ball. It has Energy Ball, and probably lessons and maybe Focus Blast. So let's look at the scenario here. So Ninetales is at 64%. Gardevoir is like 40%. And then Sand Slash is at 88%. So Spec Shadow Ball will definitely 2-hit KO or OHKO all of these things. It will 2-hit KO Ninetales, and it will 2-hit KO Sand Slash, and it will OHKO Gardevoir. So if you click Shadow Ball here, well, first off, clicking Sludge Wave means that there's potential for Sand Slash to come in and take the hit, which is what we see. So that's not very good. The plus side to clicking Sludge Wave, though, is that you do kill Ninetales and Gardevoir in one hit. Now, with Rocks up, I don't think that was necessary at all. So if you click Shadow Ball, if Ninetales stays in, it's definitely going to be in range of Rocks the next time it comes in. So that means Hail is gone. Gardevoir comes in, you get the kill anyways. And if Sand Slash comes in, you get crucial damage off of it. And since Gengar might, actually probably not. I'm not sure if it's faster than Sand Slash. It depends. I think it probably depends on if the Sand Slash is like Adamant versus Jolly, or maybe it doesn't matter at all. Point is, if you click Shadow Ball, that gives you the best reward, because with Shadow Ball plus Rocks, you basically kill Ninetales, and Shadow Ball kills Gardevoir. So that's the same reward as Sludge Wave, plus you don't allow Sand Slash to come in and you give it damage. And, giving that damage is like, it's going to probably be like 40 to 50% with Veil Up. After that, it's taking Rocks too. It's going to be at like what, 20%? Like, 20, maybe 25%. Like, it's going to be really, really good for you if you click Shadow Ball. Anyway, point being, definitely should have Sludge Wave. That was not the right play at all. Anyway, you're going to see Darm come in here on the Earthquake. Okay, so at this point, coming in on the Earthquake, I guess. I mean, actually, that's kind of fair. Let me see here. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't Scarf Darm, so that actually makes sense. Out of all the things you want to sack, that was probably the one thing you had to sack at that point, because Regieleki can still spin, and it has a really good matchup. Well, I mean, all of his offensive ones, Gengar, Regieleki, and Darm, all had very, very good matchups at this point. Every single one of them could have just clicked one move and killed something. But, yeah, so you want to keep Regieleki because it can potentially spin away the webs. You want to keep... you want to keep Gengar because... Actually, but did you want to keep Gengar? Well, no, Gengar has natural speed over everything else here. So, yeah, actually, that makes sense. And Darm is apparently not Choice Scarf, which means it won't be able to outspeed anything, especially when webs are up. It doesn't outspeed anything except Sand Slash outside of Hail, actually. So, yeah. Yeah, okay. Darm is the right sack. Never mind. And the Hippo you definitely need because you want to make sure that you want to at least try to keep Hail off of the battlefield. So, yeah. Okay, Regieleki comes in here. And he goes for Spin. I think that was... I don't know if that was the right play. Was it the right play? Was Spin better than just clicking Thunderbolt? Because Thunderbolt got a kill here, for sure. But no. Yeah, well, no, I mean, yes. Yes, obviously, but... you know what? Yeah, okay. I think Spin was actually the right play. Because if you didn't spin, the most optimal play here for Moon would be to go to Ninetales as you click. Okay, yeah. If you click Thunderbolt instead, the most optimal play. Well, the problem is Moon didn't make the optimal play and went to Ninetales. Because I think. Well, no. Okay, now I'm just losing myself. The point is, actually, there is no point here. I'm trying to figure this out myself. Actually, this is actually really interesting though. But so okay, if you click Spin, okay, let's assume that we are here. So we don't know what Moon's play was. If he went into like, I think if he sat Gardevoir. Actually, no, that wouldn't help. That wouldn't help at all. Actually, no, never mind. Actually, yeah, you know what? The most optimal play from Sad Boy was to spin. No, he's right. And then Moon, no, okay, no. Moon should have stayed in. Oddly enough, because I think the most optimal play here was to click click Rapid Spin, aren't you lucky? Because if you click Rapid Spin on either sack for Gardevoir or Ninetales, you kill them next turn with Thunderbolt, and then you're back to full speed. So that means Sand Slash is going to be outsped in Hail. So yeah, you actually could have. Spin was the correct play here from Sad Boy, and then Moon was able to punish it with Earthquake. Yeah, okay, no, yeah. Yeah. So if the Sad Boy clicked Thunderbolt this turn and Moon stayed in, game was done. Game was absolutely done. Yeah, that was game over for Moon for sure. But anyway, this turn happened. We're probably gonna see Gengar come back in here. It's gonna click Shadow Ball, kills Sand Slash. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I think that was. So now the question is, should Moon have sacked the Alone in the Sand Slash here instead of something else? The answer is no. You definitely want to keep Sand Slash alive because every time Sand Slash is in, it gets a kill with Triple Axle. Because Gengar ain't gonna take it, and then obviously Hippowdon's at like what 40%, 37%. Yeah, it's not gonna be taking it either. I think you should have either sacked Gardevoir or Ninetales at this point. So if you sack Gardevoir, if you sack Gardevoir, you go Ninetales, you take hail damage, and you set a Veil. You set a Veil on the Hippo switching though. Okay. Okay, here's the correct set of plays. Let's be clear. At this point, I think Moon lost. Like, he's already has lost at this point. Assuming Sad Boy plays optimally from here on out. So here's the best play to play. Here's the best place to make, with the assumption that Sad Boy would choke. So basically, you sack Gardevoir, you go Ninetales, and you set a Veil. So if you set a Veil and Gengar stays in, you at least have a chance of winning at this point. Because with Veil up, I'm pretty sure Sand Slash there's potential for Sand Slash to live Shadow Ball under Veil, so Gengar would have to go for Focus Blast to kill, which means there's potential for miss. But if you lose Sand Slash here, the point is, if you lose Sand Slash here, Gengar is faster than everything and kills everything. So, yeah, that's game over. But yeah, so that's why you need to keep Sand Slash. So I think if you sack Gardevoir, go Ninetales, set up Veil, and hope he doesn't go into Hippowdon, that's the only chance you have of winning at that point. If she does the, sacks guard, goes Ninetales, and sets a Veil as Hippowdon comes in and switch the weather into Sand, you lose, but you were going to lose anyway from this position. So yeah, I think the sack guard solution was the best play here. Anyway, Shadow Ball, I think gone. Ninetales comes in. He's gonna set up Veil on the Shadow Ball. Is not gonna kill. Probably just gonna get a Blizzard. Yeah, see, he stayed in. See, he stayed in. Yeah, see, if he didn't, whatever. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. Okay, Hippowdon dies. Whatever. I guess he just wants to switch to the stronger move of Love. Yeah. Oh. Wait, Ninetales is faster. Hold on. Wait, is this not Timid Gengar? No. Okay, this might... Wait, is that Modest Guard? Wait, hold up. No. Wait. Okay, wait, I remember. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, this was Timid Guard. For some reason, it just wasn't faster than Ninetales. Okay, so yeah, basically Blob was able to win that game. I feel like there was a lot of things that could have been done better. On both ends of the spectrum, but the game played out as is, and we're just gonna move on. I've been rambling on this game for the past 20 minutes, but that's the beauty of Pokemon. There's just so many mistakes to correct, and okay, no, now I'm just being mean. Okay, let's move on to the next game. So we got another rematch. Well, I mean, these are all going to be free matches. Everyone fought each other. So this is going to be Zadash versus, I'm not saying all that, Winston. Secret shirts. Okay, yeah. So Winston versus Zadash. As you can see here, we got a Mega Diancie, and we got no resistances to this Mega Diancie. So GG's. That's the game. Okay, no, but in all seriousness, Mega Diancie is terrifying to Zadash. I've already said this before at some point, but yeah, it's really, really scary. Mystical Fire is gonna really scare out Celesteela, and then Boom Blast plus Diamond Storm is really gonna tear into everything else. So yeah, there's also Dragon Bolt, and Zadash only has one real resist to Ghost Stab on his team, which is gonna be the Gyarados, and when it Mega Evolves, and you know, first off, it has to get into Mega Evolve in the first place. So Dragon Ball comes in before that, you know, not a good look. Vaporeon is also looking pretty hard to break. But plus sides for Zadash, he's got a Xurkitree. Xurkitree looks pretty good here. If it's Scarf or not, whatever. Either way, it does pretty good. Thunderbolt definitely gonna like 3-hit KO Bronzong. Whimsicott is probably the only thing that can resist it. Dazzling Gleam's gonna do a lot to Pult, if not kill. Thunderbolt's gonna do a lot to Diancie, if not kill. Thunderbolt's gonna do a lot to Vaporeon. Yeah, so basically he two-shots everything here with the right moves, besides probably Whimsicott. Whimsicott's probably like 3-hit KO'd by like Dazzling Gleam or something. So yeah. I think Zadash's game plan should have been recognize that Xurkitree was your best mon here in the scenario and try to get it in as much as possible and force a lot of damage. Because then if it's Scarf Xurkitree, you can definitely force a sweep afterwards, especially with Beast Boost being able to snowball. So yeah, if it was Scarf Xurkitree. If it wasn't Scarf Xurkitree, you're screwed. I'm assuming it is. Offensive. Oh yeah, I remember. I think this was some sort of offensive Arcanine, so that could have been pretty good here too. If it has Wild Charge, you know you're going to be doing like a lot of damage to Vaporeon, which is the main switch in here, and then Flare Blitz is doing a lot to everything else, except for Diancie. But Diancie, you know, you can like, I don't know, close combat or something. Does Arcanine get Earthquake? I don't know if it does. Some sort of ground move probably. Delmise is also pretty okay here. Of course, there is the Mana Buzz that resists both of its stabs, but you know, Steelworker Air Shot still doing a lot. Yeah, Delmise like definitely breaks very well. But it does let in stuff like Dragon Ball to come in and revenge kill. But, you know, Celesteela theoretically can take those Spec Shadow Balls if it's Spadef, so, yeah. So this is definitely going to be an uphill battle for Zadash, though. I just want to be clear, because Winston definitely has the advantage in terms of offense and defense, actually. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I just want to see what happens. I don't really care about the lead. Okay, so we can see Gyarados on Dragapult, and we see a Gyarados Mega Evolve on the U-turn. Goes into Vaporeon on the Ice Fang. Okay, so I don't know if this Gyarados is Power Whip, but if it was, well, first off, he should have probably, if he was gonna stay in, which I wouldn't recommend, I would have probably, staying in was okay play at this point. Yeah, staying was fine. But you should have definitely just Dragon Dance turn 1. And, I don't know what type of prep Zadash does, but you definitely should have brought Power Whip to this matchup. Because there is a whole ass Vaporeon that walls your Gyarados. You know? So, that type of thing. Or at least run sub. If you're not going to bring Power Whip, at least run Substitute. Dragon Dance Substitute is a very viable set. Yeah, definitely should have done that at least. So, there's that. Anyway, we're gonna see what happens. At this point, you should switch though. But he does not switch. He chooses to Crunch, and Toxic comes in. And, yep, and there goes the Gyarados. Gyarados is on timer. It's not gonna be able to sweep anything. And now with Vaporeon just wishing up. Yeah, this is. I think you probably should have switched like, I don't know, before you got Toxic. You didn't have to go into something like Celesteela and make a play like that, but you at least could have gone Delmise here. Because like, well. Unless Winston really wants to try to get the burn off, I don't think. Like, I think it was pretty obvious that Toxic was coming out, or at least not Scald. Because if you don't get burns, if you don't get lucky with burns on Scald, you know this Gyarados can Dragon Dance up, and now it's going to be a very serious threat. So +1 DD Gyarados is going to be 2-8 KOing Vaporeon with Crunch, right? So that's not a good look, you know. So. You know, you don't want to risk your entire like game on a 30% chance to burn. So, yeah, I think anything but Scald was the option here. So I think the most common move on Vaporeon after Scald, Wish, and Protect is going to be Toxic. So yeah, should have probably switched that. You didn't have to go Celesteela. If you were scared of getting burned with that thing, you could have gone Delmise, which obviously is very scared of burns more. But, you know, I don't know. I just think, like, probably you should have switched. And you should be switching. You shouldn't be staying in here and letting yourself get Toxic chipped by Wish Protect Sol. So, yeah. Anyway, see more crunches. We see another Wish. Maybe Gyarados. Oh, he switches out. Okay, he goes into Xurkitree here. Which is, yeah, that's a good play. You get a free Volt Switch on the Whimsicott, as, you know. Okay, so then you go into something like Arcanine. Yeah, okay, good. And and just kind of throw off a Flare Blitz, or you want to go for a Wild Charge. Yes, okay, yeah, there you go. Wild Charge is 2 KOing this Vaporeon, so it's pretty good for him. He is taking a lot of recoil though. Protect on the Vaporeon. Now, if you want to be really fancy, you just absolutely deck him out with Flare Blitz right now. But no, he goes Wild Charge. That's fair. I just like seeing he plays. And this Arcanine is actually probably completely walled by Dragon Ball. Willing to bet his moveset is like Flare Blitz, Close Combat, Wild Charge, and Extreme Speed. So yeah, completely walled by Dragon Ball. So not a fun matchup. So he does switch out. He's just gonna sack the Gyarados to the Thunderbolt. We're gonna see Xurkitree again. You're gonna see the Bronzong come out. Doesn't leave. Not gonna do anything. Probably gonna see. Okay, we're gonna see Celesteela here on the body press is doing jack shit. I think this was a good time to bring out. Conkeldurr. Well, okay. To be fair, this Bronzong could have had Psychic, so that might have been an overextensive like play. Like that could have been very risky. But I'm pretty sure that Bronzong didn't have Psychic. But yeah, you could have also gone. Oh, you absolutely could have gone Dhelmise here though. Obviously Bronzong is gonna be very, very scared of Poltergeist or whatever, and then you just Anger Shot the Mandibus, or you just click Poltergeist. It's gonna do like 30%. It's fine. So yeah, I don't think Celesteela. The problem with Celesteela here is that it's tapped up too much momentum for you. Like you want to try to maintain momentum so that Winston cannot just like control the pace of the match, which is what he's going to try to do. So yeah, I think probably going to a more offensive Mon, making a more offensive double, is a more aggressive double is probably the best play here. Not going to Celesteela. It's too safe. It's too safe, and it doesn't give you much because stuff like Vaporeon walls you. Like the best thing you're getting is like a Leech Seed, and maybe you can switch it to something else to get the Leech Seed health. But like that's not good. Also, you should click Heavy Slam here. But I guess he was trying to predict the Bronzong coming in, but that's fine. Leech Seed does miss. Yeah, it happens. I don't know. You turn out, Whimsicott comes in. Like, okay, we're here, we're vibing. I think you should. Is he gonna click Heavy Slam now? Nope, he keeps clicking Whimper. Okay. I really don't think he should be trying to hit Bronzong all that hard because Bronzong can't do anything to Celesteela. I think you really should be clicking Heavy Slam. Yeah, because Heavy Slam gives you a lot more than that. Like, if Vaporeon comes in, you just Leech Seed it. Or I think you just switch out. Like, I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. Things are happening. Protect on the Thunderbolt, yeah. You can go Dhelmise here. Or go Xurkitree. Or whatever. No, he's just gonna stay. Whoa, that was kind of... Ooh. Kind of greedy. Oh, the knockoff. Okay, yep. He does finally click Heavy Slam. Too little too late, though, honestly. He lost his leftovers, which is really, really bad. Like, Celesteela kind of needs leftovers to function very well. I mean, yes, he has Leech Seed, whatever, but it's like, Going for limit. Okay, so now he's kind of getting in his own head. He's like over predicting and a lot. Yeah, so yeah, that's not good. Like, honestly, he could have just clicked what's in front of him every single time. I don't think that was necessarily a bad idea. If you're just gonna go Celesteela like that, I still maintain you should have gone to something else like a couple turns ago. Whatever. Heavy Slam is gonna do a 24. Not much. I think you should have definitely clicked Leech Seed on that turn because you don't want to keep hitting a Mom with Rocky Helmet, especially when you don't have leftovers. And then you should Leech Seed again on this turn. Okay, no, he just goes to the flamethrower. Okay, whatever. He gets a burn though, which is pretty nice. Very nice. Especially, well, no, he does have knockoff users, so actually, no, never mind. Forget I said anything. Xurkitree is gonna come out here on the Scald, aggressive. Well, actually, not that aggressive. He can't. Celesteela can't kill Vaporeon at all. Okay, Bronzong, Thunderbolt. Yeah, doing a solid amount of damage. He gets a para, pretty nice. Gonna go for Thunderbolt again. Little bit greedy there, and that results in the death of your main win con. Yeah. Dhelmise is right there in front of you. You should have clicked it. Alright, whatever. Moving on. Goes to Arcanine here, probably just gonna do Flare Blast. He does get the KO on Bronzong, which is nice for him. We're gonna see Diancie here, and now Diancie's probably just gonna rip everything apart. Yeah, it's gonna absolutely murder everything. Conk's gonna come out. Yeah, no, dies in Moonblast. Yep. Celesteela, 2 chipped. Dalmise can live a hit, so that's a good switch there. Anchor Shot's gonna take out the Whimsicott, but now Shadow Ball is gonna come out. Yep. And there goes the Dalmise, and Celesteela is going to soon follow. Okay, he's going Vaporeon. Okay, well now the whole point is to try to get as much health as you. Oh, never mind, he gets burned. GG, that's GG. Even if he leech seeded there, I think he was still in range of Skull to kill him after the recovery. So yeah, I think that was game. Yeah, and now he's just protecting for no reason. And we see a switch for no reason, and we see another protect for no reason. Okay, he just wants to go out on his own terms. I think that's what's happening here. Okay, so yeah, those are the 2 games we finally have on our last week of the league, and we got 1 match left, and it's going to be Winston versus Sad Boy. So hope you stay tuned. When that battle is finished, I will obviously make another video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.